What's going on, guys? GT Jesse here, and in today's video we are installing a carbon fiber duckbill spoiler from Extreme Online Store on my 2020 Subaru WRX STI. And you might be wondering why I'm installing a carbon fiber duckbill spoiler on my STI. And the reason is because I just got my car back from the wrap shop. We are getting ready for SubiFest Texas and Spokane Texas 2024. And then in December we have WECFest. And so a couple big shows to round out the year. And as part of that process, we got the car completely rewrapped and wanted to actually get rid of the STI trunk and spoiler in that process because, for one, wrapping the STI spoiler is a major pain in the butt. And so I wanted to basically put a WRX trunk on my car, which I did, and now we are going to be installing these, well, one of these two duckbill style spoilers that we got from Extreme Online Store. So they actually sent both of them for me to try out. We're going to test fit both of them, and I'll show you guys how the install goes. Super easy, by the way, especially if you already have a WRX and you just need to remove that little factory duckbill. If you have to swap your trunk, it's a little bit more complicated, but also not that difficult either, as long as you can get your hands on a WRX trunk. But I'm gonna show you guys the install. I'll show you what both of the spoilers look like, and then we'll make a decision at the end as to which spoiler we're gonna keep. So let's go on ahead and jump right in. Now guys, real quick, before we get started, a couple things I want to point out are just the tools that you need for this job. So with each of these spoilers, you're going to get a double-sided tape kit from Extreme. It's going to come with an alcohol pad that you can use to wipe down your surfaces before you apply the double-sided tape. You want to make sure your hands are nice and clean so that you don't get any oils or residue on the double-sided tape, and it makes a really good contact or connection with the spoiler and your paint. And then as far as the tools, so you have to remove the trunk liner from your trunk. So you've got a bunch of these pop clips here. If you guys don't have one yet, get yourself a pop clip remover tool. I actually bought one on Amazon that came with a whole kit, and it has came in so handy with all of the different projects that I do on my car, running underglow and lighting, taking off fender liners. A pop clip remover tool makes your life so much easier. While you are doing this project, I also recommend replacing the janky stock license plate lights. So these are just your standard, I think they're incandescent, but just your standard license plate bulbs, and they have a yellow hue. They make an Amazon kit. I'm going to link it in the description. That's super easy to install. It actually replaces the whole housing, and they're pretty inexpensive as well. And they just give you that nice, crisp, bright, kind of white, cool light using LEDs. So they look really good, and they're available on Amazon. And then the last thing, guys, with any carbon fiber parts that you put on your car, I highly recommend putting some kind of surface coating on them because it's just going to make them last that much longer. This coating specifically is from 2OH, and it is a graphene ceramic coating. This is also available on Amazon. That's why I use it, because guys, convenience is key. I'll link that in the description as well. So let's go on ahead and jump right in, and I'll show you guys what these two spoilers look like, and then we'll go through the installation process for one of them. And so the first thing is, if you have a WRX, you're gonna have to take off the factory spoiler. You're basically going to have two 8mm bolts that are going to be on either end, and then you're just gonna have a couple of push clips, like you see this blue push clip here, that actually just creates a little bit of friction. But after you remove those two 8mm bolts, you'll be able to pull the spoiler right off. Of course, in order to get in here, you have to remove your trunk liner, and so that's what you need the pop clip removal tool, because normally when you open your trunk, it's gonna look like this, right? You're gonna have this trunk liner on, and everywhere where you have these holes, you're gonna have to take that off. So 10 points with the pop clip remover tool. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. You got your trunk taken apart, and now you're ready to do the installation. First off, let me go on ahead and show you guys the build quality on this spoiler. So I've been handling it, so it's got some fingerprints on it. Just ignore that. But look at the weave, look at the gel coat. It is really good quality. What I've found is most of Extreme's parts, their carbon fiber parts, are definitely on the cost-effective side of things. I'm so glad I found this company because their parts are really competitively priced, but they don't sacrifice quality, which is really nice. They are usually carbon fiber over ABS with a lot of their parts. What I will say is the side skirts that they sell are pure carbon fiber. And even though this feels like it could be carbon fiber over ABS, there's no noticeable ABS. So with their front lips, normally you're gonna have like this underside just gonna be black ABS. But they even did carbon fiber on the bottom, which is really nice. It's carbon fiber all around. And this is their high kick duckbill style spoiler. So let's go on ahead and set it on the car. Yeah, that looks pretty good with the body lines and the lights. It all just kind of flows together with that duckbill. So that's pretty cool. Let's go on ahead and see if we can get a better angle of it. It's really nice. It's subtle, but I honestly have never seen a duckbill like this on the road before. So there you have it, guys. That is the high kick carbon fiber spoiler for the 2015 to 2021 Subaru WRX STI. And I would consider that a premium carbon fiber component at what is a very affordable price. And so if you guys like the spoiler, or if you guys have any questions or comments on it, feel free to drop those in the comments below. But if you want to pick you guys up one of these, you can get them at extremeonlinestore.com. Let them know that GT Jesse sent you. So what I will say about this one is it is a lot heavier. Like it's much, much heavier than the high kick spoiler. And they call this the RB duckbill on their website. And you can see that it has a much more aggressive flare, right, on it. So it flares up much more significantly than the other one. And this one is ABS plastic on the bottom. But that's not going to be visible. But let's go on ahead and set this on here. See what it looks like. Very carefully. Wow. Now obviously there's a little bit of a gap there because it's just resting on there. So the width, it's really good. And I'm just going to give you guys a little bit better angle on what these spoilers look like when they are on the car. I also want a little bit better perspective for myself, but I think I'm leaning towards the duckbill. A little bit more aggressive, a little bit more pronounced. Honestly, that looks really good. And I think it just goes a little bit more with the aesthetic that I have going with my car, honestly. Like, it's a little bit more aggressive. So that's the duckbill. And let's go on ahead and show the high kick spoiler again. There we go. And that is the high kick spoiler. So that one's definitely a little bit less pronounced, a little bit more subtle. And honestly, what I'll say is, like, if you were doing kind of like a VIP build, or if your car was like if you had a wrap on it, it was like a nice color change wrap that was like metallic, and you were going for just a little bit more like of a luxury kind of low key vibe, I think that spoiler would be the one for you. But my car is obviously anything but subtle. As you can see, it's a lot going on here. And I want the more aggressive wing, so that's what we're gonna put on. So there we go. We got all of our double-sided tape on. All we gotta do now is pull off the back side, and that is ready for install. Ta-da! Boom. Just like that. Easy peasy. Now here's what I will say. Double-sided tape is double-sided tape. What I'm going to do is be very careful with this for now. But I'm going to go to Home Depot. I'm going to get some self-tapping screws. And I'm going to get up in there. And I'm going to shoot those self-tapping screws right through those holes. Not really trying to take any chances with my spoiler flying off going down the interstate. So a little bit of self-tapping screws are going to go a long way. Just for my own peace of mind. All right, y'all. So just like that, we got the new carbon fiber duckbill spoiler installed on the STI. I love how it looks. I love how it turned out. I think it gives it that nice aggressive rear end, but not quite as crazy boy racer as the STI wing. So coming from an STI wing and going to the duckbill, it's a nice kind of change of pace. So I really like how it turned out. As far as the installation went, I actually added extreme double-sided tape. I've got this from Home Depot. I use it all the time. And even with that, I actually didn't feel super confident. I feel like the mounting or the contact points for the spoiler were not great. And so it just didn't feel super secure. So I actually went underneath and added a couple of self-tapping screws into the spoiler using the factory holes where the factory WRX just lip spoiler normally mounts. And it feels super solid now. So yeah, really happy with how it turned out. Hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any comments below. And until next time, we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.